Welcome back to MLG Championship Sunday. Those are the shirtless boys with the Final Boss tattooed on their bellies. It's 4-1, Final Boss leading the series. We're going into game number 6, and right now we're joined by a very special guest, everyone's favorite commentator. Sundance is up in the booth for this one, guys. It's going to be awesome. So here we go, game number 6 of the best of 11. Capture the flag on Narrows is coming up next. Chris, we saw it earlier. What are we going to expect to see out of Instinct this time around? They are down 4-1 in the series. They really need to win a couple games here.
I'm going to look to Roy and Cloud. So far this tournament, they are a positive 184. So I expect them to step it up this game.
184. That's a pretty impressive duo here. Right now we're watching as Cloud is going to pick up the sniper. And once again, Roy is going to go up top. But Sundance, I know you were watching that last game, and you really had nothing nice to say about Instinct there. What was going wrong?
Well, it wasn't that I had nothing nice to say. I mean, they did make it a game, but they had 3 camos in a row. They didn't do anything with it. You saw Lunchbox had 2 of them. Final Boss was just so patient, though. They locked down top. They knew that if Instinct was going to play for camo, they're going to have to come up top eventually. And in the end, the final camo that Instinct got was actually Cloud. And the problem was if that spawned Elamite down low, and then Fear itself just swarmed down. And you know what? When you got less than 5 kills left, in the game, you can't do that. You got to play for control. And unfortunately for the Instinct guys, it just seems like Final Boss is really on their game, almost like Final Boss of old right now.
Yeah, Final Boss. I mean, this lineup just looks incredible. Every time you look at the stats, it looks like 3 of the 4 guys are going positive. Right now, though, we're watching as Instinct is really slow playing the opening of this game, except for Lunchbox. The rest of the guys are basically back at their base in the lobby.
Right now we see Pistola also has the rockets in their base. He's just taken down, but he's playing very well in their base.
So right now we're watching as Cloud decides to move top middle as soon as he dies. So let's go over to Fear itself. He's got a sniper rifle for Final Boss, and Final Boss seems to definitely have the momentum going into game 6 here.
Yeah, and you know, the other thing you can't forget is that we talked about this constantly when I used to be up here in the booth with you all the time, is the aggressive play that we're seeing at a Final Boss on occasion. Again, Fear itself dropping down, Pistola charging in that series earlier today. It seems like Instinct, maybe the layoff has hurt them a little bit, but they've cranked it up against TD. That was a good series, but right now, honestly, if you look at how these 2 teams are playing, it seems like Final Boss is just more in the groove, more comfortable, and Instinct, I think, is feeling the pressure.
Fear itself picking up another kill there, taking down Cloud with the sniper rifle. Now Final Boss has 3 guys top middle, and Ogre 2 is running the flag.
Yeah, this will be interesting right here. It seems like not perfect setup, but I like the fact that Final Boss is going for it.
And Ogre 2 is going to be taken down, but Pistola's going for it. Let's see if Victory can cover. Victory, the last member alive other than Pistola, and great spawn for Ogre 2. He's going to help put it in. There we go. Final Boss does not take any time. They're on the board 1-0. They're 2 flags away from taking this one. Remember, we go to 3 on Narrows.
I really think the aggressive play of Pistola has definitely helped this team become a great team. I mean, the Final Boss I used to know was the one that would sit back and allow other teams to kind of come to them. This team's really taking the fight to Instinct.
The thing I used to love about watching you and Carbon play against Final Boss was you played a disruptive play style, anti-setup, you swarmed in 2s, and I think one of the things that's happened is these guys, as they've played together, is they've rubbed off on each other a little bit. There's no doubt about the skill on Final Boss, but it was always, do they over-strategize, do they overthink? And right now you see, they're out-maneuvering, out-communicating, and really outplaying Instinct.
Just a much more natural play style for them.
You and my word, getting the stick inside the Final Boss base as Cloud trying to cover from above, but really none of the Instinct charges have been working out so far.
You know what I was just about to say, Chris, is you're right, because every time they start to make the charge, you see Cloud was right there, they had 2 guys in the base, but then 2 members of Instinct are down, so they have to press reset. Final Boss doing a good job, whether it's Ogre 2, you see right now they've got 2 snipers in Victory and Fear's hands. They're setting up and they're handling these charges really well so far.
Well, Cloud has the key power weapon here. He's got the rockets. Let's see what he can do here. He's behind 2 snipers as he's sneaking up behind Fear and Victory X. And Victory X is actually going to jump off the box and pick up the assassination. Victory, definitely probably the sneakiest player on this stage right now, Chris.
For sure. Actually, he's the most positive player for Final Boss, coming into the series at a positive 58. He's really just been behind every team. He's really been the most disruptive player by far this tournament.
And think about that. You're saying that about a guy who's on the same team with Pistola. That's saying something.
Pistola's a beast as well. He's really done a lot of damage this tournament.
Victor X really stepping up his game since Columbus. He said he wasn't happy with it, and he comes into Raleigh with all new life. Check out Roy, though, going to work with the sniper, but where's his support? They're all coming back from their base. Instinct always on their heels, it feels like, so far in this game.
Yeah, and then, you know, we've seen Roy have an amazing series already. You know, he's playing his ass off at the moment, but he's got to get some help. Normally right now, Cloud will step in. Now, think about it. We've been talking about how well Final Boss is playing, but they're only up 1 flag right now. All Instinct needs to do is get back to their style, start communicating again, and if they can get a cap right here, they're right back in it, because if they get the momentum, this team can run off 2 or 3 wins in a row.
Victory X taken down inside the Instinct base. Meanwhile, you have Fear Itself pushing great long-range shots to finish off the kill on Roy. And now you see the Ogre 2 Fear Itself duo charge here through the lobby.
Love this play from Final Boss. Again, push, just keep them on their heels. Don't let them get comfortable. Don't worry about your flag being pulled.
And it looks like Ogre 2 is going to run the flag here. So Ogre 2's got the flag down low. He's taking heavy shots from behind. Pistol and Victory, the only 2 players alive to support, and that was 3 down momentarily for Instinct. Lunchbox and Cloud need to get a clutch flag return here.
Almost a perfect setup by Final Boss. They had 2 players up top guarding the lobby, 1 player watching the cannon door, and 1 guy running the flag.
As all 4 members of Instinct were taken down, Pistola is going to rally the flag in. There we go. Final Boss up 2-0 after 5 minutes and 20 seconds.
Now, as Shock said, that was almost a perfect setup, but it wasn't like it was maniacally planned. It wasn't like they just slowed down to get there. They just naturally found themselves in those positions through the gameplay that came to them, and they took advantage of it to take this 2-0 flag lead.
And I have to say that Victory X is just winning every one-on-one battle I've seen him in so far. Roy is really the only one from Instinct that's been impressing me when it comes to one-on-ones. Lunchbox coming over the cannon. Pistola just ignores him and continues to push in on the base. I kind of like this play, but let's go back to Victory. He's got the sniper rifle here for FB, while Ogre 2 is watching his back top middle.
One of the things I've seen from Victory so far is, although I might characterize it as lucky, he's been getting lucky a whole lot. He keeps finding himself behind the other team, getting back smacks on flankers. It's really incredible.
Well, you know, I mean, again, what it comes down to is it's luck if it goes in your favor, and it usually goes in your favor if you've got the skill and ability. But again, you know, his team, their play, the disruption that they're causing, a good spawn here and there, you know, you got to hope for it. But they've been doing more than getting lucky so far this series. Victory especially, I've noticed, has stepped it up all weekend long, it seems like.
And we jumped on board with Elmite Warrior for a reason. He got the Rockets, guys. He picked up a big double kill. Meanwhile, Cloud was able to grab the flag. He's running it down low. And Elmite using those Rockets to pick off the Final Boss sniper. Now he has the sniper rifle top middle. And Roy is going to just try and keep this flag alive, but he's going to have to fend off players who are coming over the man cannon. This is not a good position for the Twins to be in here. They're down 2-0 with all Final Boss charging them.
That was a really good return by Ogre 2 right there. Instead of coming back and trying to kill Roy, he went down to the nades, and he instead returned the flag from underneath.
Sneaky beaver, man, that Ogre 2. So the 50th event here, Sundance, how big is this for Final Boss? Ogre 2 has not won a tournament since 2008, and if he does win it, he will become the winningest player in MLG history.
Well, I know, you know, he may not say that 50 is any more important than any other, but, you know, he's right now just got a double kill. This is going to mean a lot to him, but I don't think that he looks at it as, okay, win 50 and be done. Ogre 2 wants to be back on top. That's why he's still competing. That's why he's still doing everything he can to put the right team together around him. And the thing that I love about his gameplay recently is that he's evolved his game a little bit. A lot of people said, oh, the Ogre Twins are done. You know, they haven't evolved with the game. But you look at how well he's played this weekend and how much he's improved his team around him. I just think it's fantastic. Now, again, they got Instinct, a team that right now is on the verge of winning 3 in a row. And if Instinct pulls that off, they're going to be the dynasty that everyone's talking about. But Ogre 2 wins this, and Final Boss is right back on top.
And things are not looking good for Instinct. They're down 4-1. The third flag getting back to the Final Boss base. Great job by Ogre 2 to finish off a kill on a player, going for the return, waiting for his teammates to respawn. The flag's recovered, but he basically also stopped an Instinct charge as a player was coming in from flag.